Yeah. That is the sound of Fruit Punch Rockstar, Pier Zero. Busy day, busy tomorrow. Want me to go up north? And I said, I have to the Minnesota Vikings facility tomorrow. It was called off because of truck problems. And I said, I got to go to Champlin and the zoo. So I said, I was going up north. It's going to have to be couriered, or it'll have to be $2,000. Well, so I can't help it. You got a code red. They got to take care of themselves. I have important things I have to be doing. He used a vulgarity, not directed at me, just in general. And I looked at him. It's not a very Christian thing to be doing, to talking like that. What would your priest say about that behavior? He soon stormed out of my office in disbelief. That's the way it goes. Not a warlock. What's a warlock? He goes, it's a male wit. He goes, yeah, okay. Maybe Wednesday, hump day, but tomorrow's no go. 140 miles on the beast. At the time of our lives. We have the time of our lives here in fear-mongering radio. We got something in the mail today from a listener. Things are going, time for a change on my adventure channel. Just what I'm doing. I've been deleting the video of the day 25 on the other channel. And any shorts. Not that I hate the guy, I want to clean that up. We never change this country to die in the oceans and the desert to come here, regardless of the color of their skin, where they're from. Because the men, women, the armed forces who have sacrificed at the altar of freedom for us. 1 and 2, storm the beaches, snap the necks, the crowds to free the Jews, and forgotten war in Vietnam. 58,000 plus adjudicated rapes convicted fell up in the hill. Donald J. Trump with flat feet. Balls of the size of oak trees. Men and women blue too as well. God bless the working class. Air Force, Army, and the Marines, and the Navy, the Marines, the Coast Guard, in on uniform. We have Memorial Day weekend coming up, and people will do videos to thank them, but never do it on 4th of July, and usually more, or Christmas. We thank you, so this country has nothing at all. Appreciate all you guys do for me. Without you, have nothing at all. I'm speaking Spanish, or who knows, or English, or God knows what, German. I don't know. If we didn't storm the beaches, and if it was easy, we would do it. Thank you for your service. I've never served, but I would if I had to. Yeah, your choice of it. They always told me you choose who you want to run with. I choose it. I told Day 25 more on the other channel, the Adventure channel. Nothing in the can. I've been deleting all his stuff on there. Just looked at some of the videos. I'm embarrassed of myself. That's why I talk about his young ass. I hate the guy. Just started talking on there. I kind of got that trigger from Loose Cannon. Even older than I guess. Like, he's probably right. Been running that channel, my original channel. But would you shower in the shower of Penn State? I would not shower in the shower of Penn State. P stood for Penn State, Pedophilia University. Pope of Entertainment Incorporated. You see something, say something. Women marry before you carry, right? Read, travel, meet people. Do something substantial. Go touch some grass, they say. It's a condom, put one on. Prevent AIDS, herpes, got anything. Unwanted pregnancy, adoption is the option. You don't want all those diseases. Ouch, needle in the penis. Herpes lasts forever. AIDS will kill you eventually. I don't know who's lying. You're lying now. Pete Rose. You didn't imagine you have AIDS or not. I don't know. I know Freddie Mercury did. He died. Liberace died in 87, he died in 91. They had AIDS. I'm just wondering. Get the kids out of your behavior. Don't like two men having consensual sex. I get it. They're airtight. Men have 2 holes, women have 3. When you can't watch two women have consensual sex. You can't. That is not a very Christian thing to be doing, okay? Spanking your monkey in RedTube. Wherever you watch your smashing gash dental dam. Make good choices. I don't want poor people. I don't want to be poor. I want people with stature. I live well, work well, have fun things. I guess at lightning last night here in the great state of Minnesota, Sue Ellen said, I have no idea. I slept right through it. She grabbed me and screamed. I had no idea. We didn't eat it. Backyard, seated it down, Hebrew slaved on Sunday. Do me a favor also, make good choices. Don't be an orange jumpsuit. Call someone murdered with a phone. I've had 3 people murdered by drunks. Murdered. Poor choices. Then you can't go to Canada. The Huss, talk about her. Love her dearly. She had made a poor choice, and she is a convicted felon in Canada. She can't go drive around. It'd be fun to drive around with her or somebody, whatever. If the woo was wrong, I could do it. Lake Superior. All the lakes there, Great Lakes. Be great. Be a great trip for the Huss, but she can't go to Canada because she was drinking and driving. Poor choice. Just pick up the phone. Call me. Call my girlfriend who's mad at me for turkey neck. But it is, we all know he name calls her king, her honey bun, the leader of the brown shirts, which will commence on Thursday night. Can't call morning turkey neck, I guess, because I guess I used to call her a bull dyke, but I got punished by that, It is what it is. Yeah, your choice. I haven't called him. The man old man Jared called me pedo. You know what's about that? Right there on the thumbnail. Really? Didn't know that. But that's a key problem. When you're going to openly accuse of that behavior, maybe some of your family you are. That's all I'm saying. You're just going to throw that behavior out there. You're saying blind views. I don't hate blind views, but I would never accuse him. Yeah, he's got a goofy, stupid laugh, but I'd highly doubt the man. I'd say 9.9999% the young man has ever hurt a child in his life. Me, it was spanked his kid's heinies when he was mad, but I just don't think so. I don't think so. I highly doubt it. I totally doubt it, but he's not good because of a weird, goofy laugh. Just like with Cartbagger, his behavior going on in the parks and stuff. People check his thing. It's like, he doesn't know any better. He's just playing the character. I highly doubt the man is looking at him in inappropriate behavior. Then men go charge him or something. I've told one guy. I said that to one guy, and I got blocked. I said, well, go do a report on the guy. Go down to the police department and say you think he is. I don't know. It's like, oh, God. But yes, this is commercial music-free sponsor. I did write a hater one on Sarasota Tim. It was kind of funny, and I don't know if he's going to call the show. I did get something in the mail today from my boy. I couldn't believe it. They got some cigars, not New York Daniel. Excuse me. Loose Cannon sent me some behaviors, and I'm going to have to send him something. So anyways, I wrote blue plastic booth. I wrote it's called Sarasota Tim Country. Let's quickly play this before he calls the show. Let's see. Here we go. It's called Sarasota Tim. I wrote it.
I got one chair and a dead-end view. My phone on charge. My day runs through. I click that page like I got no nerve. Same old grin, same old words. I say I'm done, then I hit play. It's a bad old habit, hard to shake away. Sarasota Tim, I hate watch you again. hate watch you again. No front porch crowd, no Friday call, just blank white walls and a cracked wall clock. I know that laugh, I know that pose. I ought to look away, but I never do, Lord knows. I say I'm done, then I hit play. It's a bad old habit, hard to shake away. Sarasota Tim, I hate watch you again. Sarasota Tim, back here at the end. One more clip, one more spin. Sarasota Tim, I hate watch you again. Maybe I'm lonely, maybe I'm bored, maybe I'm mad at the life I got stored. I slammed that tab, then I started again. Same old screen, same old man. Sarasota Tim, I hate watch you again. Sarasota Tim, back here at the end. One more clip, one more spin. Sarasota Tim, I hate watch you again.
See, I don't love it. I do like country because it's a country guys write their music. They always have new stuff coming out. You could do the montage with Sarasota Tim and all the hate watchers. It's very good. Maybe I'm bored. Some great lines in there. What is it? But anyways, I wrote that yesterday. I did another one. Porta potty, blue plastic booth. Same old screen, slam the tab. Maybe I'm lonely, maybe I'm bored, maybe I'm mad at the life I got stored. True. I mean, that's the hate watchers, man. They just watch him nonstop. Morning, Tim Timbery, New York Dimwit, the Dingling, Ziggy and the Idiot. You know, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought about it when I had him on and. When he told me he went over to my other channel, and I'm like, he all he saw was Dave 25, and it just kind of was a wake up call for me on the way into work. I thought about his words, listened to it back, and I'm like, you know, I've kind of, you know, this channel has been kind of just a fun dropping these audios, and I'm like, you know, I don't hate Dave. I had fun trolling, but I'm like, you know, I'd rather not put anything out until I really have someone instead of talking about Dave. So I've deleted I had time when I got back from, I had maybe 25 minutes, and until the guy came to my office, I deleted maybe 40. I'm going to get rid of some Papa ones too as well. Papa Grizz, he's dead. You know, I got rid of a couple of Dave's, Trolling News, and Steve Coate, and I did got rid of a bunch of shorts on the Adventure Channel were about trolling. I don't know. It's time for a change. People do have it's like Perkins changed their color scheme, which was stupid, and you know that's slowly going downhill. Like it'd be like the golden arches. I've done it before. I've just kind of, you know, this Explorer channel is whatever. You know, I mean, I see what Wonder Hussey's going through, and her last video, I mean, I kind of felt sorry for her, but she's made a poor choice of being let him out of the nose, and she was wondering if they're going to pay her way and her gas. And like I said on that video in the porta potty, if I'm going to be doing that with her, I'd say, sweetheart, drive your ass down to California, and I'll fly you up to Chicago. I'll rent some kind of a cool thing, an RV, whatever, and we can drive down the coast, whatever. I can meet you with a small little camp, whatever, or just we'll get hotels along the way, whatever, and everything's on the house, whatever. You can just along the way, we'll take our time down Route 66, but she's going with a group of people, and it's disappointing. I've always liked her. I mean, she can be goofy, but I think she's being led around by people, and it's like I was being led around the nose by Dave 25. I mean, not necessarily led, but thinking it was fun. I got some views on it, and I'm just going to stick to adventures and maybe some political stuff, whatever I want to do over there. When I want to do a video, because I feel I have to, I've just lost that interest to do videos. I mean, I do my Porta Potty podcast. They don't really go anywhere. They barely. My last audio podcast didn't make 30, and I get it, But it's you got to have the urge to make audios, and I find myself sometimes just doing something because I feel I have to. Just kind of like the Daily Woo, putting out before he passed away, did some major filler stuff. What's his name? Cartbagger did a few walk and talks instead of just spending time with this. And I get it. He makes money on YouTube. I go to work because I want to go to work, but I just going to delete a lot of those old Day 25, even on this channel too. Well, and go back in the archives way back and just be done with that behavior. I don't hate Dave. It's just the guy. He did a porta potty rant like I did. I'm like, oh God, it's like, whatever. And I've dealt with Papa Grizz 56, with him, and we know that stuff is all long gone. I've deleted some of those videos with him and some audios with him too as well. But it's just one of those things, and also Arizona Griper, whatever. Just some of the old troll ones, and just kind of, I want to stick to that adventure, whatever adventure I go on, walk into the woods. If I'm going to a car show, and if people come to my channel, they're going to see adventures instead of who's Day 25, who in the hell is Papa Grizz 56, I've always said to me, it should be about quality, not quantity, and I get it. And it's a YouTube, it's what you want to do, right? And you can't dictate. I'm not afraid to speak out against Donald J. Trump, the hunch. That's cost me views over on Spreaker. I used to get a lot, and I'm not afraid to die on my feet. I'm not, But when I had Loose Cannon on, just like he went over there, and I kind of thought about it. It's too bad that he wouldn't go back in the archives because he's got to go through that behavior. It's like Mr. Patterson, who passed away. He always said people go through the easiest trail. Water. Like my auntie always said, and like Melissa always said, sweet Melissa, water finds its own level. Water always goes to the weakest point, and sometimes people don't want to go back into that. It's like a menu on a restaurant. You want to make it easy. I'm not saying I love Denny's, but when I go to a Denny's restaurant, it's a point and shoot, a point. I want this. If you're, the old days, the kids could point at the little Cowpote on the menu, or anybody could. I'll take that Cowpote, I'll the lick check, whatever. I do a lot of audios on here and some videos in the Porta Potty podcast. They go somewhere, not really. And I get it. I'm not for everybody. And I've never been ashamed of any of my audios. I don't sit on here and get racial. Yeah, I do name calling, but I talk about Barium exposure, bitching about my name calling, but then he supports the President of the United States of America, who is big on nicknames. You can't have both ways. Same thing with Squirrel Bait Parody. She can't have both ways. Her president, it's okay to grab by the crotch, isn't a big deal. He calls women more in their names than I do, but she supports them. Blind Views is the same thing. But I'm probably a perfect person. But I'm sure you're not going to be saying something that would be, I don't know, wouldn't be a very Christian thing to be doing. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. But we're just going to clean up that adventure channel. But what was it? It was the other one here. It was the blue plastic booth. Let's do this one real quick. I typed in, what did I type in? I said, Porta Potty Podcast Shuffle. Here we go. Hey.
Roll Pulling up late, same four walls again. Blue plastic throne, and a line at 10. 1 foot on the step, 1 hand on the door. You know what it is, but we ask for more. Tap, 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 who's next in line? Hold that breath, take your time, don't mind.
Border Buddy Podcast Shuffle.
Border Buddy Podcast Shuffle.
Laugh through the mess, keep it subtle.
Border Buddy Podcast Shuffle.
Border Buddy Podcast Shuffle.
Border Buddy Podcast Shuffle.
One bad vibe, then we double.
Border Buddy Podcast Shuffle. Border Buddy Podcast Shuffle.
Secret out loud, but the fence out back. Small talk stacks up, then it turns to snacks. Every awkward pause gets a little less rough. When the world's all stalls, you just move on up. Tap, 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 who's next in line? Hold that breath, take your time, don't mind.
Border Buddy Podcast Shuffle.
Border Buddy Podcast Shuffle.
Laugh through the mess, keep it subtle.
Border Buddy Podcast Shuffle.
Border Buddy Podcast Shuffle.
Border Buddy Podcast Shuffle.
One bad vibe, then we double.
Border Buddy Podcast Shuffle. Border Buddy Podcast Shuffle.
Door swings open, backyard air hits hard. Somehow we made it through the parking lot scar. Everybody heard it, nobody said a word. Still we keep it moving, that's the weirdest part.
Border Buddy Podcast Shuffle.
Border Buddy Podcast Shuffle.
Laugh through the mess, keep it subtle.
Border Buddy Podcast Shuffle.
Border Buddy Podcast Shuffle.
Border Buddy Podcast Shuffle.
One bad vibe, then we double.
Border Buddy Podcast Shuffle. Border Buddy Podcast Shuffle.
So there we go. I'm writing notes. It's time for a change. We'll see what happens. But anyways, I've done this before. When this used to be the Cowpote podcast, I changed to Exploring the Cowpote. And, you just can't always, and I get it. And I see people on here that, someone else got hacked, lost a bunch of stuff on their channel because this is, me, YouTube has always been my little playground. I got rid of a lot of my shorts that just weren't feeling it, man. I just didn't, I don't know, shorts were fun to do for a while, but after a while it's like, okay, But sometimes if you have a lot of videos, sometimes the more videos you have, the more they won't push out as much. So because you get rid of stuff that's just not worth it, man. It's just not worth it at all. So I didn't want to be. I don't know, like I said, I don't hate Dave. I just didn't want to be stuck with day 25. I just didn't want to do that. I didn't want to be this, behavior going on with Dave. Just constantly talking about his young ass. I was like, I'm not going to do this anymore. Like I said, I don't hate the guy. I just didn't want to do it anymore. After a while, it's like he'd always want me to do a video or something on him, and I'd think about it and do it, and just for fun. And then people make comments down below. I'm like, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to do it. And sometimes it's like, I don't know, but I had my running my phone at the age 25, and I've a harmless individual, but it's just to the point of, hang on a second, what's happening here now? What's going on here now? What the hell? I think I was. Hang on a second. There we go. Also, stop. I want to make sure I don't want to say I'll stop recording on me too as well. Sorry about that. I think it was deleting some stuff on the channel as I was talking to you guys, so kind of all said I'll do that later. But it's just sometimes you kind of, as a person, your eating habits or friends you hang out with, and I just, I'm going to practice what I preach, and I'll talk on the phone. We'll see how long he notices to take it, but I've deleted a bunch. Papa Grid 56 has passed away. Let those go on the road. So clean out my adventure channel. So I don't know. Sometimes the light bulb, you have to change the light bulb yourself, right? Watch what you wish for, it might have it all. Anyway, that's the way she goes. What's this one now? So this is the time for a change.
I kept the old keys in the same front drawer, same cracked blue mug by the same front door. I wore yesterday like a second skin, but it don't fit now. I'm stepping out again. I can feel it now in my bones, in my hands. Every corner of me wants a better plan. I've been holding on like a half-drawn line, but the door's unlocked and it's my time. It is time for a change, time for a change. I'm taking my name back out of the frame. It is time for a change, time for a change, time for a change. I'm not looking back, I'm not staying the same. I let old fears talk too loud in my head, kept the heavy words like stones in my bed. But the morning hits on a bare new page. I can hear my heart saying make the switch now. Babe, I can feel it now in my bones, in my hands. Every corner of me wants a better plan. I've been holding on like a half-drawn line, but the door's unlocked and it's my time. It is time for a change, time for a change. I'm taking my name back out of the frame. It is time for a change, time for a change, time for a change. I'm not looking back, I'm not staying the same. Let the old me fade in the rear view gray. Let the old walls crack, let the new light stay. I don't need a sign, I don't need a fame. I just need one breath, and I make the change. It is time for a change, time for a change. I'm taking my name back out of the frame. It is time for a change, time for a change, oh, time for a change. I'm not looking back, I'm not staying the same.
That's a good song. It's got some good lyrics to it. So, anyways, yeah. That's the last song I'm gonna write. I just figured I just wrote that one. So, time for a change. I mean, like I said, when I did the Lions Crew 1. I mean, okay, 3 were pretty good songs, but who would buy that from me? I mean, there are 3, different titles, who would buy that? Like he's telling us stuff. I get it, a plastic booth, and then the Sarasota Tim was a good song. I love, like I said, I don't love country, but country is a great. If I was a songwriter, I wrote wrote before Red House Up on the Hill. Very good song. I just wrote one day for fun, and I've done it before. Redneck Christmas a long time ago. I wrote that about a year ago. I could do a whole redneck album, redneck water skiing, redneck whatever, but that's just kind of pointed song right there. But sometimes you just gotta It's kind of like moving out of us. You're living let's say you live in Minneapolis, and you're like, something. I want time for a change. I can find new friends. Aaron Hernandez, Gangs Hernandez. He wanted to be traded to Seattle because he knew he was going to get in trouble with his friends in where he lived. And I've known people that worked at Perkins that they needed a change. And they moved, because they needed somewhere to go. It's like a player playing for my Cowboys or some Blackhawks. Sometimes you get traded, they just do better by getting a change, going someplace else. You're at a job forever. I worked at Perkins, and I was full time, and I'm like, I'm open stores. I want to go get something done. I'm going to go full. I'm going to work part time. I'm going to tell Perkins when I'm going to work instead of them telling me you're going to Pennsylvania, you're going to Canada, open stores. And the best thing I ever did, I enjoyed Perkins. I loved every minute of it. Met a lot of good people. Tonight I'm going to have the open face hot dogs tonight. I'm not going to film it. You've seen it many, many times. Here we go.
Call from
Sean.
Yo.
What's going on?
Not much. Just played some songs here, and I just kind of played. I wrote a time for a change because I'm changing up that. You kind of struck a chord with me when I talked to you on the phone when you said that when it was good when you went over the Adventure Channel, and it kind of turned you off because all you saw was Day 25.
No, I just didn't.
No.
I don't know the history.
No. That's my whole point. There's nothing wrong with what you said. It kind of lit me up on the way into work. I thought about that. I listened to it back, and it just kind of when you're driving, I have time to think, right?
Yeah.
So and I just told my wife. I said this, and then we'll get to what I got in the mail today. But I'm like, I said. A time for a change. When I said, I talked to the young man. I said, Loose Cannon. I said, he went over to my Adventure Channel, and I said, which is supposed to be Adventure, and all he saw was Day 25. So I had so while I was thinking about that, it's just like if you get traded from, let's say you move to South Carolina, you decide to move to Alaska because you want to change, right? You know what I'm saying? You're like, so I'm like, I just thought of it just ran in my head for went to bed thinking about it on the way into work. I'm like, and then I just thought about it when I was driving today at work, and I'm like, I'm gonna get rid of all that bullshit, it's just, sometimes Carpetbagger one time said in a video, which I don't agree with, never listen to people who don't share your dreams. You know what I'm saying? And I get that to a point, but sometimes people have to tell you things you don't want to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I worked with a lot of people at Perkins that would call me up after work with them and ask my opinion on something. They go, I need to ask you, because they knew I was always going to tell them the way it was. You know what I'm saying? They'd call me up and give me opinion on something, because I would tell them I didn't tell them what they wanted to hear, what they needed to hear. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Garnett learned that with the Timberwolves. He goes, I needed people to tell what I needed to hear, not what I wanted to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He knew that. He goes, I don't need to be around me to tell me what, I need people, that are going to stroke my ego. It's like, you can't do this. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I'm deleting all the Day 25 off my Adventure Channel and just getting rid of stuff so anything, I have nothing to can there. Anything I put from here on out, just could be adventures. You know what I'm saying? There's not going to be no more trolling over there. And just kind of on here too as well with Dave, but just kind of keep it to, loose and fancy free. So, so whatever, that's the way she goes. So I just thought about you. He's probably right. You go over there and look, and it's like you have no idea. So when I put out car videos, people go back into my archives. What the hell? Who's Dave? You know what I'm saying? So it just kind of loses the vibe.
Right.
It loses the vibe. Kind of I have a family restaurant, but then American food, but then I'm selling Chinese on another part of the menu. It doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying?
But you're keeping the regular channel, right?
What?
You're keeping the other channel, right?
Well, this one? Yes. Both.
Yeah.
I'm keeping both channels. I'm just going to make it more sweet and brief. And
I got you. Okay.
Dave, it's just the Adventure Channel with all the car. I'm going to just keep at car shows and boat shows and whatever else I do.
Right.
Just things, and I don't hate Dave. I just got sick and tired of being led around by the nose. Just kind of like people that were being.
I watched the one where you went to the RV thing. I like that. I like that one.
Yeah, they're just those. Just I'm walking through, looking at RVs. You know what I'm saying? I'm nothing. I'm not sitting there having like Johnny J. Here we are, the RV here, man. And it's like some people get overly excited on that stuff. I'm not there to suck anyone's dick. I'm not there to suck anyone's dick. It's just what I see, what I like. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a paid consultant, and I just tell you all the time. I said, get it looked at before you buy these things. You If you got to pay
Yeah,
$5.
it's good information.
Yeah, if you know. Anyway, so today, ladies and gentlemen, this guy and his voice shipped me some cigars from South Carolina today.
I hope you enjoy them.
I will. I opened the box and I turned the key off in the convertible, and I'm like, who in the hell? And I opened it up. I'm like, oh my God, man, it's cigars. I'm like, so I'm gonna have to ship you something. So I got something coming your way. I gotta get it.
No, man, don't do that. You don't have to do that. No, that's not. You don't have to do that. I just wanted to, again, some people that turns people off sometimes. But that's why I put my full name on there. I
Yep.
put my address and everything. So
Yep.
if anything
Right.
was suspicious, you could
understand.
trace that back.
All right, no, I understand.
You know.
I like the piece of paper
But
there.
I was like,
Is that a picture of you?
Yeah. I mean, that was about 10 years ago.
That's pretty funny. Pretty funny.
I was like, he's not going to know who this is. When if I didn't put Canon on there, I was like, he's not going to know who I am.
I've had things sent to my house before, so it's but something they send something inappropriate to my house. Someone sent me a dildo one day. It's like what the hell?
That's why I was like, I'm putting my full name, everything on there.
And someone from Amazon sent me some butt plugs. I'm like, really? So it was a pretty big dildo. I mean, I was like, okay, I didn't know that'd be So it was a pretty big.
Stick it on the fag car.
Yeah, just to keep it, So it was a good 9-inch dildo. That thing would have hurt, man. That would have hurt. Sitting that bad boy.
Barium in it.
Yeah, the butt plugs were pretty epic. I think I know who did that. Steve Coate, but that's fine. I appreciate the thought process, but whatever. Someone sent me a CD one day about the Outlaws' greatest hits or something. They know certain music, and I like Melissa Etheridge, and they sent me a Melissa Etheridge. They burned me some stuff. They taped a concert up for her, and they shipped it to me in a CD. I had no idea who it was. It was pretty good. So whatever.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I was like, I'm not going to send you a shirt or something. I mean, at least you can use that. I mean, you can. They might not be any good, but at least you can try them and see if they are.
That's fine. I mean, New York Daniel, our little brother, bitches that I smoke cheap cigars. It's like I am not going to go to a cigar place. The one in St. Louis Park, I'll stop at once in a while by my old house. And, the lady's really nice. And I go in there, I buy those cigars, the other ones. And, when I'm in St. Martin, they have $5 a box for grape ones.
I couldn't find those here.
Well, you couldn't find which
the ones you have.
Okay, yeah, they're kind of tough to find. That if you go to
it might be a northern thing or something, but
Correct.
I couldn't find it. So I just went to a cigar shop and said,
That's
I
cool.
know they were milds, and I said,
That's fine.
Just
Yeah.
give me a selection of milds.
That's cool because when you go to St. Martin, we're at TV Little Bay where we stay at, and they have your blunts, and they're in grape and vanilla, and they're really good. I bought 4 packs of those things for a whole week. I went through them all. They're the blunts and they're grape because they're also cheaper in Wisconsin. The cigars are like much cheaper. They're like about $10 a pack. They don't have a big tax here. We get tax up a yin.
Yeah, the tobacco's cheap here too.
Yeah, we were in South Carolina one time. We stopped at a gas station somewhere in South on the way down to Dirtle Myrtle. And I think she wanted a pack of smokes when she used to smoke. And I think it was like $5 a pack or something. I bought some cigars while I was there. I got 2 packs for like inexpensive, basic blunts, whatever. Because when we go out, we're on the beach. I usually light a cigar as we walked on the beach. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'd go out at night and just kind of walk on Dirtle Myrtle. I'll walk on there and just kind of smoke a cigar when I'm outside. So whatever. So to me, it's smoking. We stay on the cruise. We would. You would St. Martin after you walked around all day. You'd go get home and you sit in the hot tub in the pool and then take a nice shower and have a nice dinner and then walk on the beach, have a cigar. A great way to end the night.
Right.
A nice cigar on the beach. Just light it up. They had the grape and the vanilla ones. They don't have those anymore in town, but those are great little for $5 a pack. It was just great. They were quick little cigars with a nice taste. I know that New York damn bitches about that. It's like I'm not buying $10 cigars. I'm not doing it. I mean, it's.
He emailed me back over the weekend and said that he was thanks for the invite. He's been really busy. He'll call the show, but I don't know.
He won't do it. I've sent him an email before. and he's too balls to call in the show. He won't do it, and I guarantee it. Ziggy and I would never call the show. Neither would. Oh, there you are. He would never call in the show. Even JJ, who's talked to Carl, won't call on the show either. He won't call.
Right.
He won't call. It's it's. But this is a real podcast. I'm not saying it's great. This is an audio podcast where you call in, we have a conversation. It's not like YouTube where you're on there. My videos I do with the live stream. That's one thing, but it's an audio podcast. You call in, we have a conversation. I mix the music in. It's on the fly. There's no what do you want to call it? No script here. I don't have anything scripted out. But.
All right.
Like that one, that Queen Coke girl, guy. He is so funny with the drag queen. That is hilarious. That guy makes a great woman. He is funny. He, whatever, is very, very funny. She talked about the gay conservative cruise. That was hilarious. That was a great video. That was a bunch of Republican gays going on a cruise. That was absolutely hilarious. It was just funny how she said it was pretty funny. But it was kind of weird, a gay conservative cruise. Really?
Yeah, you won't see that too much here.
just how she ripped on him, and just could tell she's a Republican, and I get it. It was just, she's a Democrat. It was funny as hell. But he makes a very good woman because he talks like one and looks like one. Does a very good job at being. I've been to that place in gay 90s up there. They have the women, the guys dressed as women up there. They do the drag queens. There's one guy years ago looked just like Cher. I'm like, oh my word.
I saw one time. I went to. They had that one in Savannah where they had it. Remember the book, The Good Night, Good Night of Good and Evil. I saw her one night in Savannah. It's been 15 years ago, or him, whatever she was. But she put on a pretty good show.
Yeah, there was one here in town. She is called Miss Richfield, and he does a really good job with her too as well with the cross dress. It does a great job, and they were having some singing or whatever, and then people got mad because it was cross dressing, whatever. It's like, come on down, man. It's like whatever. My favorite reality show was Drag Queen. The drag races. That was pretty funny where they come out. That was pretty good because some guys were really good at it. Some guys, again, if you're going from a man to a woman, I get it. You have to learn to sell it by walking like a woman. You got to have that. You just can't walk like a man. You can't do it. Right. You have to, and that's why this guy is a woman, has a real good voice, and you couldn't tell she dressed up nice, you wouldn't know because it's the way it's done. You just can't. There was that one person who I told Dave, oh God, what's his? And I said he was going to go back to be a man. He was, because he just sounded like a man when he would talk. And what was his name now? And he was oh God, what was his name? Oh God, Rosio Kelly. Okay, and he went to try to be a woman, and I told Dave, I said, he's not selling it. He sounds like a man in a woman's dress. And sure enough, he took the implants out, and he went back to a man. I said, if you're going to do that, you have to literally grow your hair long. You have to get shaved, and you have to be a woman, because when I'm driving on the street, I can tell a woman from behind how they're walking. I can just tell the way they walk. Okay, they have that walk. A man walks a certain way, and your body picks up on that when you see a guy walking towards you. And there's a guy at Cub Foods who's a transition to a woman, and he does pretty good. He's a man, but he talks like a woman. I always say, how you doing, sweetheart? Just fine. How you doing, honey? But he's pretty much good at it, and he's wants to be a woman, but he's selling it as a woman, the way he talks, the way he walks. He's selling the product. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. Right. I don't care. I don't care. Like I said, you don't like two having sex.
Whatever you want to do.
I've always said it's, I'll let God decide the kingdom of God who wants to get in. I know people that are Christians and they're gay. I said, I don't get you with your lifestyle, but I get your friendship, and I'll let God decide if He lets you in the gates of heaven. It's not my job to judge.
Exactly.
I'm not going to tell you can't get in the gates. Like I always say, they have Bible study across the street every Monday night. And my mom always said, or in the Bible, when you open a Bible, God is present. You know what I'm saying? And whatever.
Correct.
We were down at San Diego on Mission Pacific Beach. And we were down there from a Sunday to Sunday, and every Sunday the guy brings a tent and has church, and homeless people come and they listen to the guys preach. You know, there was a church in Darling, Minnesota, next to Randall, and I was so badly wanting to buy it, but it was the last thing was left in the town. There was like any buildings. It was a white church, and so in 1987, whatever, someone burned it down, and I would have loved to bought in it. It made it into a chapel. And if I would have had, let's say I lived close, and every Sunday, even though I'm not a preacher, I could have church every Sunday and say, here's a sermon I got off the internet. It's from blah, blah, blah. And you read it, you know what I'm saying? And you can stand up yourself. You have anything to say, you know, you can stand up after, you know, about whatever you want to say, make an announcement. But just make it an open church and also have weddings. It was a white, classic Catholic, I think it was a Lutheran church, and someone burned to the ground. The kids burned to the ground. It was too bad.
Yeah, that sounds like something somebody would do here.
This pissed me off. It's like, come on, it's a white church, stipple church.
Yeah.
And right there's back in my archives, you go to Darling Cemetery. I walk up the church, and it just pissed me off when it burned to the ground. I was like, come on, why are you burning down this church? Why in the hell are you doing that? Well, that happened down.
Well, I mean, that was like, it was what, 12 years ago or so that, you know, the guy walked into the church down here in Charleston and shot 9 people, you know, on a Wednesday night on a Bible study night.
Yep.
19-year-old kid, you know, pulled out a 9mm and took out the pastor, took out, you know, 9 people, and it was, you know, because of the color. Well,
same thing with what's his name? The only reason they made news is he played football. Oh, he played for the Packers. Not Reggie Jackson. Reggie, whatever. He was very good. I apologize. But he was a Christian man, and people were burning African-American churches to the ground. And he spoke out about it. The only reason it went in it because he spoke about it. I can't remember what his name was. He played for the Packers. He played for the Eagles. Not Reggie. I can't remember. Not Reggie Jackson.
Reggie White?
Reggie White. And he was a pastor, and Reggie White brought it up. Because there was a documentary on him. I mean, if he didn't bring it out, it would have never gotten out in the media. He brought it up because they were burning down black churches down south, left and right. And he brought it up. He's like, this can't happen. So he stepped up and said, you can't do this stuff. You know, I mean, I remember that. I mean, I don't understand that. I don't care if you're Jewish. I cater to a Jewish golf club.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's that I never. There's some, you know, political stuff I kind of see, you know, people, they just blow their top. But, I mean, religious stuff, I just not that. I don't understand.
Right. I mean, I catered a Jewish golf club, Oak Ridge Country Club, and they were Jewish, and, you know, I didn't care. You know, it's just this, you know, this behavior goes on. I'm a Lutheran. Catholic Church burned the ground. I'm sick and tired of this behavior going on within the Catholic community, and the Baptists too as well. No one cares about it. This behavior of devaluing women and children in the church, because women can barely speak on the pulpit. They can sometimes, not all the time. You know what I'm saying? So my mom loved Bible study. She loved it, man. She loved opening the Bible.
Yeah, I mean, I myself need to try to get back into those roots again.
Yeah, she loved going. I mean, my next year has the Bible study every Monday night. They come up 5 ladies, and I found my mother's yellow little thing with her Bible in there and all the passages in there. I said, why don't you walk over there and go? Oh, I'm not going over there. And I said, well, there's my mom's Bible. You can open it up to one of her favorite passages in there, and there's like 30 or 40 bookmarks in there. We found in the garage last year. I was going through some of her stuff one day, and I go, oh, wow, it's a Bible. Plus, it was $200 in there. So that was kind of nice, but whatever. But, you know.
She left you something.
Oh, God, she left me a lot of money when she died. We found like $45,000 throughout her house in surprise. My dad had $60,000 in his yard, in his house. You know,
how many siblings were there?
Well, when my dad died, it was all of us, and then my mom died. It was 4 of us, because my brother died 12. She died 1/11/12. My sister died 8/8/8. So it was only 4 of us when my mom died. And then if you just questioned her will, you were out of it. You were gone. So I did give money to my sister's 2 children for their college education. They both went to Harvard to be lawyers on my mother's behalf.
Wow.
So I did that on my sister. Even though I didn't go to her funeral. Her two grandchildren are now practicing lawyer. One is in L.A. and I think one is in Texas because they went to Harvard for 6 years my mother's nickel. So.
Okay.
So
I'm only child, so I don't have to deal with any of that.
Yeah, well, it's just she did not have she did. My dad did not. Dad did not have one, but my sister was being a bitch about whatever. So it's a long story. She died 888 on a bathroom in a bathroom in Colorado. She bled to death on the toilet. They didn't go in with her. So that pissed me off. I mean, I didn't speak to her because my dad died, but still, it's just you don't die in a toilet in a hospital. You just don't do that behavior. You don't die. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
But whatever. So you're the only brat, huh?
I'm the only one. So I mean, I don't have to deal with where everything's going. I mean, I'm not and luckily both of them are still alive.
Still make sure that they have a will. So it goes to you. Make sure they have.
Oh yeah. I mean, even with wills, it still usually goes through probate.
Well, yeah, but if you don't, then it's more BS than it's worth. You know what I'm saying? You got to screw around with stuff. So
yeah.
You got to make sure. Yeah. We've had a living will for. I mean, my brother said I want your Chicago Blackhawks. Starter jacket, and I said that's not a problem. You can have it. I said, so he wants that. And I said other things. So that's fine. The bitch, he wants that. He wants this. He wants that. I said fine. I said I told Sue Ellen that already. She's already told me who to give things to when she passed. She has a lot of jewelry from her mother-in-law and stuff. So she has a lot of.
And you don't have children?
No, none that I know of. I've always said three things make a good marriage: a good sex life, king-size bed, and no children.
No children.
I mean, it's great to have them. I had plenty of nephews and nieces that I've had a chance to spoil, and now they're having children right now. What's his name just turned? Isla just turned 14, and I think Connor just turned 8, and then Emily just turned 6. Those are the next generation. And they're always fun to see. They're always fun to see at the cabin. Because I know that Emily. I think Connor is just starting to play hockey, so he's a lot of fun. He comes to the cabin, goes fishing. We go to the family get together. And last year, I caught a big sunny, and I go tell him you caught it. He runs down the dock. It was a big sunny. Look what I caught, Mom. Look what I caught. So we caught some sunny, and I cleaned him right there on the dock, and then I cooked him for him right on the grill. So we were eating, So I made him a fish right there on the grill because I teach him.
You don't forget that.
So what I do is I teach them. I catch bullheads, and their bullheads are real gutty. And they have a lot of guts. So what I do is I clean them out, and I teach the kids. We put all the guts in a bucket, right? And then we clean the fish, and then they can use the guts and anything else to catch more fish. And then anything's left over goes in behind my cabin. I call it the fish garden, and we
compost,
and we throw things in there, and we grow. We have a fence around because the deer would eat it to the bottom, and we grow carrots, whatever else, and corn in there. So everything that comes out of the garden is from the food, and the neighbors bring it over. Because my dad taught me that we bring a carp in there.
Right, it's a cycle.
Yeah, the cycle. So they understand that we eat it right there on the party barge. I clean the fish as they're making it. And we make the fish right there, and I make it for them right there on the boat, and they eat it. So I
bet they enjoy that.
Yeah, So my dad taught me about recycling the whole 9 yards. I mean, all that behavior, all that stuff of
Yeah, that's what's missing today. I mean, simple stuff like that is going away.
I get bad at people at work that throw stuff in the garbage. And listen, I said, put the steel in the bucket down in the warehouse. I said, don't throw it in the garbage. I said, I make very little in the steel, but the point is, why are you doing that? I said, throw it in the steel bucket. I said, I don't care. I said, bring it in. I get $30. I said, if that stuff is going to be long gone, I said, that stuff is not going to go anywhere. I used to make, when I graduated from school, we had 90 days, right? And my dad took up half of what I made. So when I graduated, I had $70,000 to graduate with. Because he goes, where are you going? So when I would recycle, I'd get $2,000 to $3,000 from Reynolds Aluminum. The old days, Reynolds Aluminum would come around in a truck, right? And the check would be like two, maybe sometimes $3,000, because he went to the railroad. He'd take half of that and put it in a savings account. And because I was my first creditor, and then when I'd caddy, he'd take my money and say, okay, what'd you make today? $200 and he'd take $100. And I used to shovel the snow at the church. They paid me really well. And he goes, "Well, how much you make?" And I'd give him the money. So when I graduated, it was over $70,000. So the point was, I knew what paying yourself first. So I made a lot of money on recycling. You know,
No, I've seen you've noticed. You've said that on your videos. I mean, you do a lot of different, odd jobs that people normally wouldn't think about or do and stuff. But I mean, $1 is $1. I mean, whether it's recycling or whatever you're doing. I mean, I'm the same way. $1 is $1.
I see a lot of people.
That video was funny. You talking about the going to Wendy's and they didn't know what the 50-cent piece was.
Yeah, I could not believe it. I mean, because I always bring my $2 bills to the guy at the Holiday Gas Shop at Franklin, right? And he was like, "Oh wow!" So he gave me the two, and he gave me a 50, and I had the 50-cent piece, and plus he gave me my paper for free. And he's a really cool guy. I bring him older bills, like old 20s, and he'll like exchange it out and give me a paper. And he likes old bills, so I always find stuff for him, and I look out for certain. I always try to see him, and he's like, "Oh wow, thank you." And I go, "Don't worry about it. Just give me back this." And they go, "Well, here's your paper, and here's $2 back." I make him happy. So I went to that Wendy's, and I'm like, and she looked at me. I'm like, "Come on, you didn't."
I've never seen it.
It's just, if you go listen to KQ92 $2 bill, and there's Tom Bernard reads a guy's letter in about going to a McDonald's, I think it was, and the guy thought it was a fake $2 bill.
You never see a $2 bill.
And it was a great. He read the whole letter, and the security guard came over, and he goes, "All I have is 100. Well, I'm not opening him here. So the security guard had to tell him, "Hey, it's real."
Right.
Had to tell this guy. I used to go over here to the Holiday gas station. It was the same. It was $2.48. And I get $2 bills from the airport, right? And I walk up there. I have a bunch of 50-cent pieces from Vegas, right? I don't know, maybe 20 of them. And I'd walk over there, and it was $2.48. And I'd give it to her, and she goes, "Where are you going?" I go, "What do you mean? What's this?" And I go, "It's a $2 bill, a 50-cent piece." She looks at it. I have a silver dollar that I carry in my pocket. I got from Piercy Ross. He was
I've got a whole thing of them.
Which one, 50-cent piece or silver dollars?
Silver dollars.
So he would hand them out at parades to all the kids, and he handed it to me. And I have ever since. That's what he would do. He'd walk down the parade route and give kids silver dollars. That's what he would do. He was a millionaire. Piercy Ross. And I pulled out.
They don't know what that is.
And she goes, "What's this?" And I go, "It's a silver dollar." But the 50-cent pieces, you get them at Vegas when you blackjack out. They'll just give you the 50-cent piece. Where Mystic Lake gives you a $2.50 token. But I'm just
right.
Come on, you better have when they're hiring the people at Wendy's. This is what this money is. This is what this is. What is not. You know what I'm saying? I hate it.
They don't teach them that stuff anymore.
When somebody gives me a tip and they're Christians, they hand me a $20 bill, and I put it in my pocket and I open up. It's a Christian thing. So they use a $20 bill to open up, and it's a Christian message. And I'm like, come on, don't do that. Or they'll hand me a 10 with some kind of a message on it with attached to it for Christian stuff. It's like, come on, I get it. I don't need that. Thank you very much. They do that all the time. I've seen that. I worked at the Hopkins Theater when I was 16, and some guy'd come in and put $20 bills out. With the Christian, he'd put the $20 bill somewhere. Then you'd pick it up and go, you fell for it or something with something Christian on it. It's like, come on, let's not use a $20 bill for the Christian message. You're making yourself look really stupid. So you'd pick it up thinking it's a $20 bill, but it was a religious message. And I get it. I understand that. But.
Yeah, I think I saw something on YouTube about that the other day. About people, picking, they're doing exactly that, what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like, come on. I get it. You're a Christian. I understand that. I'm not against it, but let's not use the money thing. Let's just...
Don't trick me.
I was down there at the Hopkins truck thing, the food truck down there, and it was a bunch of... some guy with this thing screaming about God or something. It's like, I get it, but let's not be screaming, with kids around, just scream about going to hell and anything else, and this or that. I'm like, let's not. I get you want to talk about this stuff, but let's not scream about going to hell in front of kids. Let's not, But
there's a time and a place for that.
This weekend we're going to the Minnesota State Fair. It's a pre-state fair food thing this weekend. The Minnesota State Fair. They have a bunch of food there. So we're going to
go. When's I know Carl seems excited about coming up. When's he coming?
I don't know. Did he talk about it or not?
Yeah. He sounded excited about it. And I didn't know if he was coming on the over the weekend or the holiday or when he didn't emphasize on which one, but he sounded excited about it.
Yeah, he's going to come on up. So I don't know when he's going to come up, but I could take the day off. I just gotta find the day. Memorial Day would be kind of strange because I know the wife.
Yeah, Mondays is the holiday.
Right. So I don't know, but but he does want to come up, so I'd come see it, my young ass, I guess. So it's a long ways to come. But did you happen to watch Wonder Hussey's latest video?
No, I mean I'll watch. If the thumbnail is interesting to me, I'll watch it. But I typically don't watch it.
If you get a chance, watch it. And she's
being the last one.
Yes, because she right out of the gate. Okay, I love her dearly. And it's kind of a filler video, but she's whining because they're going to start in California instead of Chicago, right? So it's a bunch of people going on the cruise on this Route 66 with this one guy called Turbo, who's just using her, and they want her to do a live stream every night because they want to be on.
A manager or something.
Yeah, so she says this real quick. She goes, I don't know if they're going to pay for my accommodations and gas. Well, then maybe you should have negotiated that first. Before you said yes. Before you said yes. Okay, if I was taking her on the thing, I would say, honey, drive your vehicle down to L.A. I'll pay for that. Don't worry about it. I'll give you money for how much it costs. Because when she goes to Chicago, she has to find a way to get back. Okay, because her car.
She'll make plenty of bank on this.
Oh yeah, but she wants it up front. She wants it up front. She wants that up because she was bitching about some wig. Okay, she's a really good dry bagger. She's paying all this money, she says, and it's just kind of like when you said that about my channel, and then I love her dearly. She's been led around by some other people on her channel instead of it used to be her. Now it's other people using them for. She's becoming to be a transactional woman, and like Carl said, she's coming to be a. Not a call girl, whatever the hell the word he used. Escort. And that's what she's becoming. There was one guy who had her come down to Albuquerque, right? Instead of flying her directly to Albuquerque, which I would do, to come to Minnesota, come see me, girl, he flies her to Arizona and then to Albuquerque. And guess what happened? Her flight got canceled. Okay? How cheap are you? Okay? If the Haas is coming to see you from California, she's coming straight through. I'm not going to run her through Denver. She's coming right to me. She's getting on the plane and she's coming to me. But I do agree with her on this behavior. If she did, again, I'd say, listen, you just drive your young ass down there to California. You get on a plane, I'll pay for it, and we'll start in Chicago. And we'll work our way down together and take our time.
Right, exactly.
And we'll have
take your time, and she's going to make a lot of money.
And you can edit as we go along, and whatever you want to see, because there's a bunch of people in this party. It's like I said, if we all go on a cruise, like 20 of us, hey, we'll all meet at the dinner every night. You go where you want to go. You know what I'm saying? If Loose Cannon wants to go somewhere with Carl, you two can go somewhere. Me and the wife can go someplace else. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being, well, we're all going to go together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you listen to it, she was whining, and it's like she did some dry begging, and I just like, how stupid, because she wants to start up north in Chicago, how the song does. She wants to follow it from north to south, and I don't blame her. That is the way it goes. But it's woman, you negotiate. It's like you negotiate the hooker before you go anywhere. Okay, how much you that's exactly what that is. I love her dearly, but it's like woman, because she's going to go to some other place to heat.
You got to get all the negotiation up front.
Correct. So she asked that real quick, beginning of the video. Are they going to pay for my gas and my accommodations? That's the first thing out of her mouth. Like she's ashamed. Well, then you should have asked that. So because that Turbo guy was in one of her videos, just kind of this guy who's reached out to her, and I guess if I'm having the Husk with me, I say, listen, you just bring your body, I'll take everything for you. You bring whatever you want, spending money. Just
bring your face, I'll handle the rest.
She's a very transactional woman, just like Wandering Gypsy, Daily Woo. very transactional. The only reason he'll be friends with you is if what can you bring to his channel. And she's the same way now. She doesn't have any friends because she said that before. She has no friends. It's who can bring to her channel, you know, because that one guy took her to Australia and they were driving in an illegal area. They claimed they didn't see the signs. Well, guess what happened? The Australia government pulled them over and confiscated her phone, and she's never gotten it back. You know, it's like you tell me you can't see the signs when you're driving down a highway and you're in an unrestricted area, you turn your ass around. But they took her.
You definitely got to do the research when you're going overseas.
Like I said, I love her dearly, but it's just this whole Route 66 is not what she wanted to do. Then you should simply do it by yourself, because she wants to do her editing, because she really can't drive and edit. And I get it, because it takes time with her videos, and I love her dearly. But it's like, woman, you're being a transactional woman here. You're being an escort, a sexless escort. And your channel is suffering because of it. And, you know, but it's a good video if you get a chance. It's very good because
I'll check it out.
Because she bitches the whole way, does dry bagging things, her wig, bitching about this. And it's a dry bag and money will come to her. It's people will send her money. Okay.
Yeah, well, she's got the subscribers. So,
I mean,
but look at her. Donate anyway.
Yeah, but look at her views. I mean, she's at 30, 40 grand. She just went 300,000. That's how I'm happy for you. If she was, it's like Sidetrack Adventures we've talked about. His views equal his half of his subs. He gets a lot of views because he's legit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I just.
He's authentic. I mean, that's what happens with these these channels. I mean, they start off and they're authentic, and then they drift off into like Carpetbagger and become a character.
Yeah, that's what he is. He has a hat on, and he's just this. Ah, shucks, I'm this really guy from North Carolina, and I wouldn't do anything wrong. Follow me, and I'm just this. It's like, listen, you're not a very nice man. Okay, you're not a very nice man. I've seen you when he gets drunk. That's why he live streams. He acts like an idiot, and then he privatizes them because he knows he acts like an idiot. But saying people are subhuman and this or that, whatever.
I know, but they still donate.
Of course, because people are going to watch his stuff no matter what he does.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what he does, they will watch his stuff, because he's going to go on a 10-day cruise with the housekeeper. They're going to go on an Alaska cruise. So
she needs to get her teeth first.
Yeah, that's in the middle of getting that fixed too as well. So that's good. That's a $50,000 thing, but which they will give her money.
On there?
They'll give her money.
Yep. She won't pay anything for it.
Right. Because she has the same thing that what's his name? He has that same, thing. So, but it is what it is. I go along here, Jeff. You got to go?
Yeah, I got to do a couple things here for the office.
Well, I appreciate the cigars.
No problem.
I really do.
I hope I didn't call St. Lawrence.
No. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I'll smoke them. I'll do a porta potty, and I'll say, this is for.
Good. I mean, if you do it and you smell and they taste like shit, just spit it out right there on the
No. Well, I appreciate you calling in the show.
All right, Jeff. It was good talking.
There he goes.
Take care.
There he is, man. Appreciate him coming on the show. It's always nice to have him come on the show. People like that and come on and call the show. But yeah, it's always what's his bodies of 4 remaining divers located in middle. It was too bad that one guy died trying to retrieve those guys that were. They'd be cool to go dive. I listen to a lot of YouTube to people dying these. Look at them retaining the 4 people that went missing underwater in a cave system in the drivers. They were Europe and they entered the water on the condensate in I can't pronounce it 3 a.m. Monday morning. That's too bad. And some guy died trying to get him. It's like I didn't be fun. But there's been I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube about this behavior. Oh yeah, it's the I don't know what's going on with all the Sarasota Tim haters going on. I don't know what's going on with his young ass. Misconnections. Let's go look at misconnections real quick. We'll see. I didn't think she would call the show. My girl. Blonde woman at lunch named Prairie. Oh, I know that's that. Notice you had lunch wearing a black and white tracksuit. Beautiful. Maybe you'd like to grab coffee. So maybe she doesn't want to with you. I know that lens is. Put my glasses on. I can't read squat today. Marianne, Dakota, Scott. I still love to chat with you sometime. Well, I guess I would too. Directions to the baggage claim, Minneapolis. You were an attractive woman. I wish I'd asked for your number for helping me find the bag. Oh, come on. God. Same section, different rows, target field 515. You were sitting in the row behind me, and so many times I looked over made eye contact. I didn't think much of it until we walked up to separate aisles toward the concourse and made eye contact once more. Tell me where you sat and what you were wearing. Oh, God. Please. Twins game, target field 514. We were a few rows apart game today. Maybe I'm just grasping straws. I feel like we were eye contact. There's another one. It's the same one. No one cares. Plant Fitness EP. We exchanged glances this morning and we were working out. You were wearing brown spandex shorts and black top. I want to tell you, you're amazing and didn't want to interrupt your workout. If by chance you see this and want to chat, let me know. I was wearing. Okie dokie. Oh my God, some of these people just drive me insane. Oh, what's this? I mean, Barium Exposure said he wants to come on the show and save trolls. Barium Exposure wants to make a call on the show and save trolls.
Well, hello you guys. It's me, Barium Exposure. You know, it's just kind of getting to be kind of a boring show without, since, you know, we had the one guy come on. He had the time of his life on here. Loose Cannon Shuffle. You know, he came on, had the time of his life. You know, I'm in the she shed. You know that. I've come on here at the end to bring some life to this channel. This boring, fear-mongering radio. My name is Barium Exposure. It's Alfie. And I have the time of my life. Yes, I do. I perked my channel. But I'm listening all the time. And I'm always going to be here for everybody. I don't care what anybody says. I know I'm a Nancy boy. I don't have bowls the size of a trees. I have teacups. And no one really cares. It is what it is. Let's put a song here. Balls the size of... Hang on a second. Size of basket. Hang on a second. Basket balls. Hang on a minute. Basket balls. Balls the size of basketballs. Blues. Anyways, you know, I've always, you know, been this guy. You know, I've come on here. He wants a change, right? So here I am. You know, he comes on Loose Cannon Shuffle. He's sending him cigars. Huh. Oh no, those two guys. You know what's gonna happen? Cowshit's gonna go down to South Carolina in a Greyhound bus. Watch out, young man. You watch out. On the road. He'll be down there. He'll come on down and see your young ass, and he will have the time of his life. Basketball Blues, it's called. You know, I'm in the she shed, and I know. I'm a very ignorant, arrogant person. I've been very angry lately. I've come on here on Fear-Mongering Radio. Yes, I have. It's always fun to come on shows and podcasts. You know, I'm in the she shed. Angry, man. I'm a malcontent. I know I'm unhappy. Never happy, never up, never in. I do not have balls the size of bathroom, ovaries the size of oak trees, no. A very unhappy man. And I know sometimes it's not perfect. And I wish people would quit picking on me and calling me Nick because you talked about me. Yes, you talked about me. That's right. It's time for a change, and I know. I've been trying to be a change kind of person, but it is what it is, and it is what it'll be. I'm lonely and scared. You know, Casey Grits called me Alfie, and then you talked about me in the old days. Remember those days, man? Oh my goodness. I'm just bored and lonely and scared. I'm a dirty deleter. That's what I am, a very dirty deleter. That's what I delete things all the time. That's what I do. I mean, it's one of those things. I'm a mean person. I know I am. What are we gonna do, right? I try so hard to be a good person, but I just can't. I'm an angry man. I'm a brainwashable Republican. No matter what the hunch says, Donald J. Trump, I believe it because I prove the proof. Like Edward James Hubbard says, I prove the proof. That's what I do. And I love to piss and moan. That's why I have my own podcast. I love UFOs. Remember, I just look up at the sky every night and I wonder what's out there. I am always looking for UFOs. Alright, here we are. It's a shuffle of your blues. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's end this behavior. Alright, here we go. This is balls the size of basketballs. Blues.
Met you by the pool table in my scuffed up boots. You had that crooked grin and them dangerous moves. I try to keep it cool, but you laughed and knew. Said, boy, you talk so big, now I got something to prove. I've been holding back all night long, but when you cut that glance, I got real strong. The room got small, the floor got wild. I heard that laugh and I lost my style. Balls the size of basketball. Balls the size of basketball. Talk all night, stand up tall. Balls the size of basketball. Roll on in, let them fall. Balls the size of basketball. If love gets loud, I give it all. Balls the size of basketball. Now the bartender smirks when I take that seat. Says, you still chasing trouble? I said, trouble's sweet. You toss your hair back like you own the place. I swear the whole damn room can't keep up with your pace. I've been holding back all night long, but when you cut that glance, I got real strong. The room got small, the floor got wild. I heard that laugh and I lost my style. Balls the size of basketball. Balls the size of basketball. Talk all night, stand up tall. Balls the size of basketball. Roll on in, let them fall. Balls the size of basketball. If love gets loud, I give it all. Balls the size of basketball. Lord, I ain't polished, I ain't smooth. I just got a heart that likes to move. If you want bold, the bloom. Leave my little down outside the room. Balls the size of basketball. Balls the size of basketball. Talk all night, stand up tall. Balls the size of basketball. Roll on in, let them fall. Balls the size of basketball. Love gets loud, I give it all. Balls the size of basketball.
Well, hell yeah, you guys. Well, we're going to end it here. Kyle Shit wants to, he's got hot dogs grilling out today, and he's got to put away the dishes. You got to put those chores away. As he says, thank you so much for the military of the Air Force, all the branches. He always appreciates all the wars you fought, and balls the side of oak trees, 1 and 2. He forgot in Vietnam, and I guess the draft dodger, 58,000 plus. Many, many wars are out there, Desert Storm, Iran, whatever. He appreciates you guys, Midway Blue, like Hop Call, Kraken. God bless that working class. He always says, your choices in life. He said, would you shower in the shower at Penn State? I don't know if I'd shower in the shower at Penn State. Please use a condom to prevent AIDS, herpes, gonorrhea, needle in the penis. Ouch. And chlamydia and all that behavior, I guess if you don't like 2 men having consensual sex, you can't watch 2 women, Carl. That's not a very Christian thing to be doing. Okay? Staple man on the fence. Not very good. Okay? Adoption's the option. Women, you carry the groceries. Alright? Marry before you carry and don't drink and drive. Okay? We love you, Sarasota Tim. We love you all. There's a change here. So let's play the last one out the door. This is the Sarasota Tim, the second one for Sarasota Tim. Alright? Here we go. This is the country one for Sarasota Tim. Away we go.
I got one chair and a dead-end view. My phone on charge, my day runs through. I click that page like I got no nerve. Same old grin, same old words. I say I'm done, then I hit play. It's a bad old habit, hard to shake away. Sarasota Tim, I hate watch you again. Sarasota Tim, back here at the end. One more clip, one more spin. Sarasota Tim, I hate watch you again. Porch crowd, no Friday call, just blank white walls and a cracked wall clock. I know that laugh, I know that pose. I ought to look away, but I never do, Lord knows. I say I'm done, then I hit play. It's a bad old habit, hard to shake away. Sarasota Tim, I hate watch you again. Sarasota Tim, back here at the end. One more clip, one more spin. Sarasota Tim, I hate watch you again. Maybe I'm lonely, maybe I'm bored, maybe I'm mad at the life I got stored. I slammed that tab, then I started again. Same old screen, same old man. Sarasota town, I hate watch you again. Sarasota town, back here at the end. One more clip, one more spin. Sarasota town, I hate watch you again.
Well, that's pretty good country. Anyways, you guys, we appreciate you guys coming. My name is Barium Exposure, and you talked about me.
Hey, you guys, Old Man Nation. Bitch, please me mean what?
Bitch, please. See you guys all later. Ciao.